An opportunity lost, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I do think they're a very good side. I think first half, you could see the game plan, if you like, of theirs was to sit in and frustrate, and we had to take the ball. I thought we got into some good areas, and both first half and second half, and then didn't test the goalkeeper anywhere near enough. Second half started bright, tweaked a few things tactically at half time, and it worked. And our build-up play was good. Again, coming over into that final third, we must have had sort of 40-50 entries in the second half, and at that point it was then disappointing, whether that be the actual end delivery or the referee allowing on 5 occasions giving a foul. And when at half time we'd mentioned the referee likes giving the fouls and he's very inconsistent in giving the fouls, and of course that lets them off the hook with a dead ball situation. So I thought the subs were good when they came on and affected the game. Obviously Nicholas looked bright and sharp, but 6 or 7 sort of decent crosses in that we just couldn't quite get on the end of. And then there's 2 fantastic opportunities really. Rowe's one at the far post, and then Rodri 3 yards out to make a good connection and score. So I think if that one of those 2 go in, I think we're all feeling a lot different, if you know what I mean, in terms of how the performance was. Because I think individually the boys played well. I think tactically they were good, and there's not too many negatives apart from that bit of quality. And unfortunately it's a little bit where we are at the moment. But we're still a new group, 15, 16 games in, 17 games I think now, and performing well against a very good established Championship side.
Did you get a good view of the challenge for the sending off?
I didn't see it. I mean, they looked back on the clips. They said it was a bad one though. Like the
players that thought it was a bad one.
Yeah, no, not the players, the analysts. When I asked, the analyst said, yeah, it was an old-fashioned 2-footer.
2-foot challenge.
Yeah, I don't even know who it was on. Who was it on?
Nagy,
was it? Yeah.
Defensively, not so bad. They had a great chance for grabbing there at the end when there was a couple of mistakes. And
it's a foul. It's a foul. It's like the ball goes in, and this is what I'm saying: consistency of the referees. Baker gets poleaxed from behind him, which leads to he can't clear it properly because he gets a forearm in the back of the neck, and then all of a sudden they have a chance. So again, you've got to look at the. Do you know what I mean?
They always used to say that Premier League referees dropping down are always.
It's horrible. I'm not going to. There's a particular word that I want to use, but I'm not, because it'll end up costing me.
Yeah, but have you found that in your career? Then it's not great news when you get Premier League.
Who's the show about? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like.
So don't want to get you into trouble. Yeah. That's fine. So overall, happy enough with the performance. Probably the end product would be the worst.
Yeah, it's definitely the end product. The areas we got into, the way we slickly moved from box to box, particularly when they had 10 men, was good. I don't think people realise how good a side they are, and that's we do. You know what I mean, in terms of the analysis that we do. Yes, we're at home, but we were constantly trying to break them down. We didn't always execute. You know, Baker's different to having Webster, because Baker's an out-and-out defender and Webster drives through gaps and steps into midfield. So when they sit off here, nobody really likes to see the 3 centre-halves having the ball. But I thought Baker was excellent in his decision-making and the way he played. So, yeah, honestly, individually, I cannot grumble with 95% of each of the players' performance. It's just that end bit of quality that we see, like last week, for example, how it changes Championship games, and such is life.
Like you're getting players back, but there were 1 or 2 missing again today. Have you suffered any new injuries?
Yeah, Taylor Moore has had a scan on his knee. Hopefully it's not too bad. It could just be like bone bruising, but he has got to have it assessed. He's just getting swelling on the knee, and when you're getting swelling on the knee at 22, I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? He's got a bright future ahead of him. He's done extremely well. He is due to go back, I think Monday maybe, and see with our physios and discuss the scan result and see if there's any exploratory work needs to be done, or whether he can continue. But he did train yesterday, but obviously the knee and the fluid just stuck in there, and it's just not worth it for a 22-year-old, you know, when it's not a cup final. Callas has got a tendonitis issue that has been long-standing, really, and again another byproduct of international training regimes.
So just finding Forest, you'd expect them to be strong challengers?
Yeah, I think they'll be strong. There's big money been spent. You know, they've got a lot of players. They're very organised. Yeah, they're a good side.
What do you make of Bailey Wright's return today?
Yeah, good. I thought he was nice and solid. Obviously aggressive. His communication was good. He was simple and effective on the ball and defended extremely well. Obviously, Amiobi's a difficult player, sort of unorthodox in his style, and he comes quite narrow quite often. And Bailey Wright had to stand up to the challenge physically, technically, and I think sometimes Bailey Wright gets a little bit of unfair criticism from the support base, and let me tell you, he's one of the best professionals I've worked with, the best captain I've worked with, and certainly it's good to see him in mind and body extremely fit.
He's not going anywhere in January, just because some of the fans would say, oh, he's not playing for months now. He might be one of the guys.
I think it's Bailey's task, of course, to get in the team, keep his body right for a sustained period, and then keep the shirt. You know, he's captain of the football club, so there's every chance of doing that. But of course, we've got to get results and get wins, and that's what becomes important. And if we need to open it up and attack in a different way, if you like, from different angles, then sometimes it's better to have a different attribute in those type of positions.
And you brought Fam back in. I guess the ball just didn't really fall for him in the box.
I thought he was excellent in his hold-up play first half. Very, very good. We're definitely getting stronger. Likes of Bailey back physically and mentally, and Corey Smith and Jay not too far away. Callas, it isn't a bad one, so I mean he would have played probably if it was a cup final. Hopefully Taylor Moore won't be too bad. I'm not going to be able to do a lot about the Bennick situation, of course, but no, there's a lot of positives. You know, that's another good point in terms of there'll be a lot of people struggle to get point. Yes, we wanted to win the game. I think that was clear from the substitutions and the boys' attitude, but we just let them off the hook 2 or 3 too many times.
Just on Fam, he scored that hat-trick, didn't he, last weekend on a Sunday. He wasn't affected by the whole pasta situation that took place.
I don't know, I didn't speak to him about it, actually. I did read a glimpse of something online about that, but no, he hasn't mentioned it, no.
I'm sure you work on it all the time in training, but he still doesn't get in front of people. To me, and the license delivering all these crosses, and he's behind his man so often.
Yeah, what? I mean, look, he would argue, and we would argue that the goal scored where he got across his man from a licensed cross a couple of home games ago was what we want as much as possible, you know. And I think getting across the near post is something that we've really tried to introduce this year, and like that focus on somebody, it doesn't matter who it is, getting across the near post. And Famara is good at getting across people, but look, I thought the boys were brilliant today, considering most of them arrived back like Thursday afternoon. You know what I mean? That's you get one day working with them properly. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you sling them into what is a difficult championship game, and nobody looked like they were struggling with fatigue or concentration or team cohesion, and that's a difficult thing. It's a good thing that we've got so many internationals, but a difficult thing because you lose them for that sort of 13 day period.